What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another Hearts Iron Dev Diary. This one about the Officer Core. So I'm really psyched about this. Let's get right into it. For my first Hearts Iron Dev Diary, I'm here to introduce the Officer Core, a collection of new features that will be included as part of No Step Back and the Barbarossa update. So this is No Step Back is the DLC. The Barbarossa update is what you're going to get for free. That's what I love about Paradox. If you don't want the DLC, they're still going to give you stuff for free. For quite a while, we wanted to allow for more direct specialization of military branches, as well as tying together various disparate systems such as the High Command, generals, military-focused national spirits, and doctrines. To achieve step one of this process, we're getting the Officer Core and associated mechanics, a unique national interface. Interesting. Okay, so this is brand new here. All right. Interesting. Cool. Work in progress as usual. Here, the empty advisor portraits at the top of the window are where you can now find your high command and military theorists, and the advisor portraits below this are related to each branch chief, and they have moved out of the political sub-window accordingly. Oh, cool. Nice. As well as UI location are further changes coming to all military advisors, where previously the theorist was only advisor type that granted daily experience gain. All high command and branch chiefs will now generate experience appropriate to the branch they represent. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Okay. The advisor rank expert indicates both the magnitude of their modifier bonus and the daily experience you will receive. We're also experimenting with a split political command power cost to gate the experience ramp up somewhat, along with some other minor changes to command power. Behind the scenes, we made a host of changes to advisor, spirits, and commander systems, where previously if we wanted to create a national spirit related to having a certain character in your government, it would be entirely unrelated to having an advisor with the same name masquerading as the same person. Likewise for commanders and advisors masquerading as the same person. This has changed. There are, for the most part, now controlled by characters. This has pretty sweeping connotations for our internal content designs as well as motors, but importantly, also allows us to bring the following new system to the No Step Back release. All right, so this part right here is going to be part of the DLC. So advisor promotion. Okay. All right, cool. The introduction of more connected Officer Core felt like a perfect time to bring more of a connection to the generals and field marshals that oversee your active forces and the various military offices that advise your government. In No Step Back, generals, admirals, and field marshals can be assigned an advisory desk duty in addition to their status as a field commander. Interesting. This will effectively add the character as a new advisor to your roster. So basically, you could have Patton at the desk, but also in the field. The type of advisor available to you is dependent on the skill level and traits of the commander you're promoting. Not everyone likes desk duty. So basically, you don't want to put Patton as a desk guy, as you can see in the highly work in progress interface below. Okay, cool. Here, Harrer can be converted into entrenchment specialist as he possesses the engineer trait and has skill level 5. Okay. All right. Currently, both military high command and branch chief roles are available. Experience generation in general has weighted and balanced in order to achieve a more gradual switch from peacetime generation, a strong cadre of advisors and unit training, through to wartime. Experience generation from combat and battles have been reduced fairly significantly to account for this, as well as capped separately from other sources. Overall, experience generation will be consistently higher than in previous generation versions. Okay, this has been done to mitigate the introduction of Tank Designer and thereby increase costs and to account for the other new ways in which you are now able to spend experience, which we shall cover below. The eagle eye amongst you noticed in a previous diary that all doctrine branches have been removed from the technology window. Oh. They can now be accessed from the Officer Core interface and will function somewhat differently to before. Doctrine will be unlocked directly by spending branch experience. which can still be affected by instant cost modifiers often found in focus trees and events. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, there has been also no major structural change to doctrine layout, so I'm sure a couple people were like, wait a minute. So you're good there. There are, in addition to the above, several new and exciting things that branch experience will be used for an NSB, some of which have handily teased in the first screenshot of this diary. At last, we'll be covering what those are and how they might affect your gameplay in a future DD. Interesting. So this is very, very different. I really like this new portal here, this new officer core. This is going to be really, really, it's going to change things up. And I love how Hearts Iron is evolving, you know? It's keep being built upon, you know? And the difference between Hearts Iron 1.0 and this is, I would say, night and day at this point. Yeah, I really like this, guys. So this is going to be very interesting, that this has been pulled out of the technology side and now it's going to be incorporated into, well, the officer core interface. So that's going to be very interesting. Yeah, very, very interesting. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. There's a lot more dev diaries to come in Hearts Iron 4. I know they're going to expand more on the officer core. The one thing I'm kind of looking forward to, I want to see, and it's probably not going to happen in this one, but I could see in a future DLC or update, possibly cores being re-implemented in Hearts of Iron. Because let's be honest, there were cores in World War II, and you know, I think I asked the lead developer, designer, development lead of Hearts of Iron on I think on a podcast. I think it was either Developer Dialogue or Single Mode Strategy. I think I asked him that question. I have to go back and check it out. But hopefully you guys enjoy this. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you then.